locals call it, sits around 100 k's to the southwest of Adelaide. Almost half the island was affected by the recent bushfires, but they are open for business and very keen for visitors.
In order to get ahead of the competition, the young birds learn the habit of putting their bills right down the parent's throat to pull the food out early.
Although there was a huge loss of wildlife on the island, Seal Bay Conservation Park, home to the third largest colony of Australian sea lions in the country, is up and running.
So am I right in saying this is one of the rarest species in the world?
It is indeed. So these are an endangered animal now. It's estimated to be between 12 and 12,500 animals left in the world, and 85% of them live in South Australia. Right. These animals can be typically described as bullies, and so the males do bully some of the smaller or weaker animals around a bit. And especially coming up to this breeding season, what happens is that we find that because they get a little bit more territorial or whatever, they do get a bit pushy. A bit pushy, that's right.
As long as you have a ranger like Daniel by your side, you can join these playful creatures on the sand.
More than anything, they seem playful.
That's right, and so these are two juveniles, and it's just, I mean, I guess we could look at it like young kids, really. They just like to play. They're just learning their world and having a bit of fun. It's not too serious yet, you know. They're still likely that mum's feeding them at this point, and so they're just enjoying life, really.
The environment here produces some really great food and wine, and there are some wonderful local producers to visit. Dave and Jenny Clifford have been in the bee business since the 1980s, and while spreadable honey is the main trade, there's not much they can't create from the product.
That's a nice, subtle...
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice, subtle flavour of honey in there.
Yes, yeah, no, it's proving to be quite popular here locally.
And you also make the ice cream, is that correct?
The world-famous honey ice cream.
Oh, sorry, the world-famous honey ice cream.
I've just happened to have one here for you.
How about that?
I don't know how beer and honey go together, but...
Wow, how do you do that?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you, it's a secret.
You're like the Colonel Sanders of ice cream.
That's right.
The Cliffords harvest the honey on site, and while Dave assures me they are a well-behaved breed of bee, I'm not taking any chances.
Dave, why is it that I'm dressed in this outfit and you're not?
Because you won't go near the hive if you don't put it on.
And they're not going to sort of swarm up and be aggressive at all?
They don't normally, but they might just because you're here.
What, they knew in advance that I was coming? They built up an anger already?
They're a breed known as Ligurian, and KI is thought to be the only place in the world where a pure strain of the breed still exists.
And is the Ligurian bee particularly good for the honey?
When there's a good year, a hive can produce over 100 kilograms of honey.
What, just that box there?
In one season, yep.
Wow.
From the purest bees to the purest of spirits.
What do we got here?
Gin and more gin.
KI Spirits is producing award-winning spirits, but is best known for its gin.
So most of our gins are based on a London style, but with a contemporary twist.
Yeah, that's quite elegant, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. A gin lover's gin, great for a dirty martini.
Once you've tested out their 5 varieties of premium gin, you can try your hand at crafting your own.
What we've got here is a whole selection of separately distilled botanicals.
Flavours.
Well, yeah, but they're real oils. They're not artificial flavours. It's all made from real plants.
So I just cast my eye across here and notice a couple of flavours that I know I like lime, for example, orange, the citrusy ones, maybe a bit of pepper.
A little bit of this, a touch of that, a dash of courage, voila.
Oh, that's tasting like gin. It
Absolutely.
tastes like gin. Yeah. I'm a genius at this. 2 drops of essence of terror and we're away. I don't want to mess around with that.
Fine, perfect.
Okay.
And to celebrate my newfound talent, a cheeky little G&T.
And here is your finished product.
Range gin. It's even a really classy label, fittingly.
Absolutely,
Absolutely,
of course. Yeah, to go with the product, yes.
Now that you're a qualified gin maker, you have to have the classy label to suit the product. Good gin. Well done.
Great, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just saying that.